Okay, so today what we're doing is we have to replace this faucet, and this is on a pedestal sink, as you can see. So I will show you how easy these are to take apart. So what happened here, if you can see here, we had some vandals come in and cut the copper, create more work for us. So what I have to do is I have to disconnect these and then replace the sink top. And as you can see, there's 3 nuts on here that go on. So I'm going to use the screws to take these out. And then I have a basin wrench, which is one of these. If you don't have one of these, you want to get one of these. And so again, this bathroom looks kind of nasty. This is a bathroom for a shelter house. So it's just an old building that they use. They have events and functions and things like that. And apparently they have a function coming up. And these bathrooms haven't been open since the end of last season. We usually try to winterize these, and some knuckleheads broke in and damaged the facilities here. So now we have to replace it. So this is pretty simple here. As you can see, this just screws off. Come on off thing. We got this one off, as you can see here. Most of the stuff, guys, is pretty simple. We live in a day and age now where many people can do their own plumbing and things of that nature. So the way this basin wrench works is, I don't know if you can see that very clearly, but you can see the nut. So this is made to wrap around the nut so that you can turn it and loosen it. As you can see, this one actually isn't very tight, so I'm gonna get it started and then do the rest of it by hand. Sorry if my hand is blocking the camera here. Yeah, we ended up having to spend like $200 something replacing these sinks because of some knuckleheads that decided they didn't want to be nice people. So let's get this off. The sucky thing about doing stuff like this is working in these confined spaces, which I'm not crazy about. Well, I'm not 20 years old anymore. But as you can see, it's pretty simple. So if you have a sink that has these 3 holes like this one does, you're going to have to buy that particular faucet. Most bathroom faucets come where it's just one single unit that has all 3 hot, cold, and the spigot attached together. These are separate, so it all depends on what your setup is. All right. So as you can see, this part is out. This is where your water comes out. And then we have one more to take off. It's actually pretty simple. Get these unscrewed, and then we can screw this one off. I'd hate to be the person that has to clean this place. I mean, this thing has, they have an expo that they have that's getting ready to happen. It happens every year. And they use these bathrooms, place for the kids. They're gonna have like archery and pickleball and all kind of cool events for the kids. And apparently they use these bathrooms. So we usually winterize them in the winter and get them ready for the season. But thought we would be able to just turn the water on, but drug addicts have to be having a better idea. All right. As you can see, this is everything that's been removed. So if you look closely, you can see where they cut that. I'm actually surprised they didn't remove this. Here's my thing. How much money are you going to get for this little piece of copper? I don't get it, but again, these are drug addicts that are doing this for the copper and the metal. Anyway, is what it is, right? So as you can see, this is an exact replica of the one that we're taking out. So all we have to do is pop this one back in. You saw how easy it was. This makes it a little bit easier. When you're replacing the same with the same. Now this is something else that we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to put our connectors on to connect the supply lines to this once we get it set up. It's very difficult. And then once you get it on, your rubber washer goes first, then your metal washer ring, and then this little screw mechanism here. And the one thing that you do want to do is you want to make sure when you go to tighten this down, you have your handles up top, the direction you want them facing. So you want to tighten it down, holding this in place so when you turn your handle isn't all cockeyed, if you know what I'm saying. So right now I have this to where it's facing out, and when they turn it, it'll face perfectly straight the other direction. I don't want it facing some weird wonky position, if you know what I'm saying. We'll get this hand tight, and as you look there, you can see the two screws. And you want to tighten the screws down because that'll hold the piece tight against the porcelain, so you know it's not going anywhere. And again, like I said, make sure your handle up top is facing the direction you want it. It's easy to forget that. All right, so that is on. Same thing on the other side. Drop that down. Remember, rubber gasket goes first, and then the metal gasket, and then this lock ring. And then with these basin wrenches, they flip upside down, so you just have to decide whichever way you're trying to turn. So we have this adapter here. This adapter here is going to go on your center one, pushes up and locks in place. And then what you have here is right here where this fitting is, that will slide up there and lock in place. Like that, and then this one will do the same. You might have to push this copper gently out of the way. Don't bend it back and forth because you can snap this. Just bend it far enough that you can get your hose on. They have these little protectors that protect the seals, the little ring seals. And this should go push up here. All right. So we're good to go. So the next thing is I have to get two supply lines to connect the PEX back to these lines so we can have water. So again, not super complicated, just takes a little bit of work, a little bit of effort, and you can click on this video and you can watch it and see how you do it. Check you guys on the next one. Later.